Hey, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. I'm just out today just stepping out a subdivision we're doing in Salisbury Heights. They've got an existing house there. A client came to me, they've got a house on a big block of land and they're looking at subdividing. They've looked at options of trying to sell them like as a development site, and they really haven't had any developers that have been interested. So I've suggested what we should do is we should do the hard work, try and get some approvals to subdivide and either go through the whole subdivision ourselves or then sell the approved subdivision site off to another developer who can finish it off. And that means basically they're going to make some of the profit, so it would make sense to try and get it through ourselves if we can, and then sell the land off. So that's probably our intention, if we can sell the land off. Hey, how you going? Thanks for the like. And so I thought I'd just walk you through here. This is a really slopey site, so we've had some plans drawn up how we can subdivide it from 1 block into 8 blocks. So there's going to be 7 new blocks of land. And I thought I'd just walk you through it and just let you know some of the things you need to think about, particularly on slopey blocks. So I'll flick you around now and you can have a... Okay, so you can see how up here, hopefully it's not too sunny for you. Okay, the house over the corner there, so that's their existing house here. So, and then the neighbour's house is up here. So there's actually, what we're going to do is build a bit of a driveway down the side there. They were actually smart enough or had enough forethought to purchase the neighbour's backyard off them. So where I'm standing now used to be the neighbour's backyard. So they sort of purchased that off them now. And so the block's a little bit like a, I don't know, I suppose a light bulb, I suppose. It's got a narrow start and then gets big and bulbous at the end. So now that they've bought the neighbour's backyard. And so now what they're intending to do is keep the existing house. They've put a lot of effort into the existing house. It's a really nice house. And then what they're intending to do is subdivide the back off. So you can see it off there. So they're intending to have 4 blocks of land going down that side there where you're looking just there. And we've actually negotiated with the council to be able to get a public road in here, which is a bit unusual. Quite often you have to have community title roads, which means, I think you've seen a previous episode, community title means that everyone would own that block collectively. Whereas by having a public road, and then what we'll do is gift that to the council. Council will then own the road. We've spent all the money to create it. They'll own the road, but then they'll maintain it as well. And it means that then these blocks can be Torrens title blocks, which is a lot more appealing because you're not having to deal with your neighbours. So I just thought I'd quickly show you why I'm out here on a Sunday trying to work out what's going on, because we've had some plans drawn up. And I thought I'd let you know why it's important to come in and just step it out rather than just, on paper the subdivision looks really good. But in actuality, it might not fit in with the lay of the land. So, hi, is the can? How much? We haven't got to that point yet, to be honest. At the moment, we're just looking at options to subdivide. So, it's definitely going to be very profitable, going from 1 into 8. So there's not too much issue as whether it's going to be profitable. About how profitable, that's what we're trying to confirm at the moment. Because it's a big development site, there's a lot of civil work. So we're going to have to work out how, and we're going to have a public road in there. So we're going to have to work out how we're going to deal with stormwater and sewerage and power and a whole pile of different things. And building a public road in there has its own things we need to consider as well. So the reason I thought I'd have a chat to you about here is, so basically we've got 3 blocks going down this left-hand side, and we've got 4 blocks going down this right-hand side. So what I'm trying to work out to do, I want to really, when I'm subdividing it, I want to make sure we're trying to use the land as much as possible. Because you don't want to subdivide and find the edge of the block is right in the middle of a massive big hump. So you can see there's a massive big hump there. So then we want to try and work with the land as much as possible, because the people that are going to buy these blocks of land down the track, we can not care about that, but we can, if we don't care about it, then when they try to buy it down the track, they're going to have issues and they're not going to want to buy the block. So, so it is pretty important to try and think about, what are the repercussions for the person buying the blocks of land, rather than just say, hey, we're going to subdivide into 7 new blocks of land and we're going to make lots of money. Because the thing is, if there's all these issues and the people don't want to buy it at the end of it, then, then you're not going to make any money at the end of the day. So, where is the public road going into? The public road's going nowhere, basically. It's just like just a dead end, really. It's coming down the street. And out the back here is actually one of the fortunate things for us is it's like I don't know, I suppose a waterway at the back there. Hey Kerry, thanks for joining. And so, so it's like a waterway at the back there. So it's really, the public road's just going to go to the back. There's just going to be a big turning circle at the back and you'll be able to drive back up to the road again. So I'll just quickly come down here and show you what some of our issue is here. So it's going to be a little bit bumpy for a sec while I keep walking along, but I'll try not to bump around too much. So this is where the edge of the block's going to be. You can see that stick just there. That's the edge of the first block of land. So you can see where I was standing before. We were up the top of this hill and it would have been an awesome view, which is really good. But what this means now is when we've got our survey peg, I've just done that myself just to work out where things are at, but there's going to be a massive big hill there, which means on the other side of the coin there's going to be a massive big drop off getting ready for the block next door. So and then we come down here a little bit further. We've got about 16 meters until we have the next block. All these blocks are 650 square meter blocks or more, so that's the minimum block size for the area. And this is our next little survey peg that I've put in there. And so you can see this is, we can sort of flatten this out relatively well, but we've sort of got to think about what's going to be the repercussions of that big slopey hill up the top there. And then as we come further down, come down here, bounce around a little bit for you again. Okay, so you notice here, there is 3 stakes in the ground here. That's because we've got an easement at the back of the block. So what an easement means is we can't actually build on the block. Maybe I should do another episode on what easements are. We'll do that later on. So you can see it sort of falls away quite steeply. So what we're trying to do is trying to plan the subdivision to work out how we're going to fit some houses on there. Even if we're just going to sell the land off and we don't really care about the houses, the people that are buying it are going to care about the houses. So we just need to make it as easy as possible. So my suggestion for the owners is what we're going to try and do is flatten out the blocks as much as we can. I'll just give you a quick look over here. You know, so that's the little drainage way down the back there. So you can see how important it is now, hopefully. Hopefully you can see why it's pretty important to get the level of the land right. So just don't assume your surveyor's drawn up a plan and it's all going to make sense. And this plan does make sense, but we're thinking about the complications as far as what's called civil works, when you're digging out all the blocks and stormwater and retaining walls and sewerage and water, electricity and all those different things. So Azalee's just asked about how many's in the subdivision. So basically it's gone from 1 house on a big block into 1 house with 7 blocks of land at the back, so it's 1 into 8. So hopefully that's been interesting to you guys. Yeah, just basically if you're doing a subdivision, get out there, put a few little spikes out there, just try and get a bit of a feel for where the area is, and that then can point out some issues. It might be trees or easements or, you know, slopey blocks or whatever you want to do. So just keep an eye out for that, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Like I said, if you do like what I've got to say, then click on the like button. If you don't, then click on the like button anyway. If you think someone's doing a subdivision, they might find this useful to have a think about this, then click on the share button. And yeah, if you've got any questions for next time, feel free to put a comment through. If it's something you want to talk to me confidentially about, then just send me through a direct message via Facebook, and I can either have a chat to you or do a little bit of a confidential explanation to your questions. So thanks guys, and look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.